welcome back to Formula Roblox as well. And before we're gonna begin up this video, I'm actually slightly forgot that we're gonna be linking description about for this first start all the way around. It's lap 3 out of 3 in a heavy rain. And before we're gonna be spectating with some other kinds of drivers, as you might able to see for within laps for some kind of F1 cars as well. It's a night storm out here before this isn't going to be going to vote until the next track. Now our next track will be right over here. So let's spectate others in the final lap. They're using for the wet tires. Since the first race is over, I'm going to be trying to switch into the level 5 as well. Probably this isn't going to be making for about for here. So as you can see for the settings, the output device is actually quite a bit nervous. This is shocking about for these things. We're not going to be talking about that anymore. Before this isn't going to be making much sense inside of the Formula Roblox. Let's change the camera, and it's, as you can see, for this extreme rain, using all of these wet tires. Now let's just going to be doing another one. I think from its last place. The pole position is Tommy. I really think the pole position is going to be taking around for a new evolution to take it around for this world's advantage. I think this man is absolutely win for under 10 minutes, and I slightly never forget in the mouth for this thing. I think he absolutely win for this one. The second position. And what about Tommy? He's on the finish, because unlikely, I don't really think this isn't going to be going to make much sense. Tommy wins in second place. The third position in about for this only one thing. Elder J2 is absolutely 2 went disqualified for a long one things, because they actually literally eventually there must be banned always. But at one time in the last place, he's always gone. The fifth position looks like it's not going to be already gone. So even for it's the worst part, must be some kind of a little bit worse. But nobody is absolutely spinning in that moment because of that rain. Even the F1 is going to be spinning all the way out, and because of this torrential, like these kind of despite seeing this. So this must be the last place. I think he's going to be finishing, but only not for one. Not really loud. I can't believe he's out of control. He will be about for a last couple of more seconds before the time is absolutely up for this a little bit. Unfortunately, he never tried to finish this race in one time, because of all of a sudden it goes DNF, and huge penalties goes to red things. And probably Elder WJ2 isn't going to be winning until he's absolutely going to be for a last 15 seconds before it's too late. I think we cannot able to get qualified for this moment. I think he eventually ran out of time. Oh geez, I think he just eventually failed. It's too late. Unfortunately, Elder WJ2 got DNF. Unfortunately, this is pretty worse at all time. But up next, we'll be going back into the menu, and we'll switch right here into the Valiva track. And up next, another intermission has begun and tested for against to qualify, and we're going to be racing for another time. After a head has been loaded, it's still absolutely going to be rain for about for internal. Looks like I should be able to exiting for this menu, but before we're going to be to do like itself, we got last 5 minutes before we're going to be race time is starting. Now let's just going to be pressing C in about the camera mode. So whatever we try for the first race is actually what coming for just about here. So remastered, I think the first race until I bet for my first win is in Rio de Janeiro. I think I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for a very legal win as well. So we're going to be doing always flat out and against for one other sides as well. So I'm not going to be very worried about for this. I'll be trying to change the camera. It looks like inside of the view as well. I'm going to be taking a little bit slow. Without further notice, I think we're just going to be slightly inside of the onboard view of the F1 vehicle. Now, as I just going to be completed every one race, we just try to slightly complete against only one condition. So after a huge wet condition, I might going to be going into the front grid. I would rather try to be slow as possible without going outside. I have to be faster than its extreme rain. Now one thing is, I'm going to be trying to beat as possible before I might be able to go win. I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for whatsoever. After 700 subscribers is finished, it looks like we're going to be in the rain before chasing storms as well in the United States. Now I cannot believe this isn't going to be going on for just strategy as well. And we're on to the start finish and start the lap time. Now as you can see, I just let go of the throttle and we just tried to brakes down. And because during these extreme rain selections, this is ridiculously for one conclusion. In the dark into the night, I think this is not going to be making out for the best lap times at all. So I would better be to go for 50. And we try to make ourselves for a best idea for just going to be going on for this one. And I'm just going to be going for another 50. I think we just absolutely made our first sector overall. And I'm going to be making our best lap until who tries to beat my lap time as possible. I think we're just going to be doing for our last couple of minutes. We're not doing it about for just one selection. And the second sector isn't going to be going purple as well. The next one is going to be such as a little bit alright. And we're not trying to get corner cuts as well. And before that doesn't get to be going for a very much more time as well. Start braking. The second sector is also purple. And finally, the purple sector is going to be for fastest laps. Now, try to get slowed down as possible before I won't be able to lose something. So, even perhaps, we're still going to win of this moment until I just touch the green curbs about for this thing. Now, the final lap should be going to be reached onto this one. 1 minute and 49.983. At least, I need to do for my best lap as possible. I don't really think that my tires are just warm up. It's going to be such as a little bit amazing for just only one thing. It's been perhaps 6 minutes overall. Oh, sweet. We just eventually got corner cuts itself. And this is what happens. I just a little bit forgot myself a little bit at once. I must do for a purple sector once again. I cannot able to do for our next lap because how my tires have just warmed up. The first sector is absolutely pretty bad and oh dear, it is going to be ruined for such as one thing. I just eventually started to lose lap times, but some other kinds of players got on 15 seconds right behind him. So last 2 minutes to finish around here, so unfortunately the rain is 35% and it's absolutely the same record as well. So I refuse to go for a best lap times as well. Unfortunately my tires got warmed up. I feel a little bit so strategically. This is gonna be so heavy for just only one thing. Without losing so much grip. And cannot able to get having amazing corner cuts as well. So unfortunately I cannot able to get for amazing hints because of that some kind of guides as well that can cause you to a lot more trouble as well. As we're gonna be trying to keep on focus on one thing, I am pretty nothing to do as well. 6 seconds beyond to get a world away for this fast, and we're about to get too late on 2 minutes time, unfortunately. Unfortunately, some of these drivers didn't complete against well. They just absolutely having for a DNF to the grid, as we just possibly that I just finished in pole position, 35%, and it's gonna be 13 minutes for sure. Now let's just gonna be switching cameras of all, and we're gonna be seeing right behind them as well. We have 3 drivers, and because we're not gonna be going to very lost as well, let's just doing it again for 5 laps. Now we're ready to race. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps. I mean 5 lights, and we're going to get something for green flags in the air. And away we go. 3 laps at one time. Before this isn't gonna be going very nothing as well. I absolutely try to complete so many laps as possible before, despite seeing anybody, it's not realistic for the Formula 1 viewers. So let's just gonna be completing against for the one time. I must be hurry, and literally I must be slowed down according to the red spots as well. And the red lines is going to be going for around here. Perfect racing line is going to be for my perfect thing. I think this isn't going to be going for making much strategy. I'll be making the fastest laps next time. And then I should not able to use the green lines as well for using throttles as I'm going on the top. As you can see, Monster Speeder is on top as well, so I'm gonna be picking up 100 and slightly corner cut as well. As you can see right behind them, there must be for a little bit of couple of one things as well. I'm refused to win about for this moment, and since I couldn't able to win for such as many more times, the sector 2 is even purple as well, and unfortunately the tires are just gonna be ripping off or just gonna be trying to demolish the tires. This is not gonna be very enough, and again for 2 minutes. Now let's be sure that we're gonna be keep on racing for just in case I'm never gonna be trying to win of this thing. So if I lose, unfortunately that doesn't gonna be making even more sense of all. Finally, let's go for about for just like the qualification, 51 seconds. Now here comes the delta for this one thing. Now, oh dear, we just slightly get a corner cut for these one thing. Now I should not able to get refused to win like this, and I could not able to see for about all of these things. Before I might able to change the camera, I lose it about for 3 seconds right behind him. I don't really think this isn't going to be making for very close, and I won't be able to lost around for this very seconds of all. And oh no, almost going to be trying to make as handle as possible. Now I might losing for seconds in about for the gap between for a little bit of these things. So they can't catching up to me as well as before. I won't be able to win for exactly. It's not being for such as one thing. Before this is not going to be trying to take as possible. Let's try to take a little bit slow. And I cannot believe to hit the curb as well. As we're gaining in about the gap position between 3 to 4 seconds. And I should be able to still gaining much more laps as iRacing. Now let's just gonna be going for 50. And try to be very slow as possible. As almost up to 4 seconds beyond for this time. I'm slightly gonna be going to win. But unfortunately it does not be able to take some times as well. And I'm gonna be taking on the final lap. And that's how it goes. Unfortunately, 1 minute and 47 seconds is absolutely for one corner cutting for as well and against us. The second sector is absolutely red, and the third sector is pretty fine. Now, looks like he's an intermodal as well. So, oh no, we just got on second position. Probably, that must be one hostile over here. So, he's about to making it for exactly, always keep on second place. Now, I'm not very sure this isn't gonna be doing for just like the same. This is just the same as how to do so. Now, before we're gonna be end of this video, unfortunately, I cannot able to gain some laps or gaining gap as well. I got 3 seconds in front of this before I was so nothing as well. So immediately, let's change the camera, and we just bypassed. We just literally going to miss something. It literally gotta be so sucked up. So before I won't be able to get winning for many more like these one reason. Finally, take the pole position as with 10. I have to take one pole position. Unfortunately, he's got 4 seconds above the front. Wait, unfortunately, this is not going to be such as the one win. I think Host Hot Gaming is absolutely taking the pole position, and I wasn't able to get for my first win. Ended up in second place. Looks like I cannot rather that we believe this isn't going on. It's just like the qualifications and about the final results. He got finished in first, I have finished in second in the rain, and the final place is in third position. I cannot believe this. This is actually some kind of bad luck. Overall, that was not going to be such as ruin one thing. And once the final results has been completed in about for last decade, it's not been on the final lap until we got for one finish. Likely I say intermission in 30 seconds. Looks like he wins for and about for with skilled points as well. 1 minute and 48 seconds. Finish in second. Finish in pole position is 47 seconds. Now the next one we'll be gonna be doing for about for non-rain and about for this thing. So thanks for watching about today's video. And before this intermission, we'll be trying to take around for this race. Now I wasn't able to rather be for many more like these reasons. Qualify in the last 5 minutes. Now let's just doing for a soft tires. Now I should be able to go left instead of going right. The qualification has been officially started, but since I wasn't able to win for such as a very long time, I won't be able to get for a bin for championship for very years. So, and against for one thing, of course we just slightly went out of corner, and because slightly bad luck as everyone is pretty worse. Don't dare to dislike of this video. Probably last 4 minutes, and I cannot believe my first sector is even bad. But looks like I'm going to change the camera view into the 1980s version. I can't believe this is not going to be believing me for just a little bit for going on for this one. Here's the bank corner, which is I saw for the first time. This is where I just literally try to beat them as well. As I can try to place it here into the pole position, I did not finish in about for 5 laps time, even about to do this. Now, as you may know, trying to slow things down, and against only one driver. Now, let's try to be serious of this thing. So after qualifying for against for one thing, and looks like we're gonna be doing for another one. Let's try to be slowed down, and against for other ones. So let's just try to keep on focus on the reference. And another one is gonna be taken a little bit slower. Now I'm gonna be taking for 50. Now let's just try to make the fastest lap, of course. Now let's just do it one more. I'm going to be taking a little bit low. That is absolutely says take it a little bit low as possible before I might able to lose. And then take it to 100, which will lead into, for a loss of lap times, I'll be taking for 150. I cannot believe this isn't right. Now it looks like this is not going to be so close. Monster Speeder 28 isn't going to be making for the fastest lap. Unfortunately, the pro leaders are going to be taking in the pole position on the lead. Now let's just try to take it a little bit slowly, as I make sure this is not going to be such as a great win. I think before we're going to be end of this video, so I approximately that we're going to be doing for a little bit for a 10 lap race. So let's try to get things slowed down. Over here, the second sector isn't going to be such as easy at all. I think there must be one hostile is going to win. So I'll be taking on the second sector, and the third sector is going to be for such as literally quick as possible. Once I just gonna be beating other kinds of drivers, let's just say into the 50 we go. The Hostile Gaming is qualified for 1 minute and 33 seconds. I qualified in 1 minute and 34 seconds, even for the purple sector. I think this is the final lap it goes today. I don't really believe this isn't going to be going for just selection and for one conclusion. Now it's time to get ourselves for this Monster Speeder. We'll be taken on to the second place. The first sector is absolutely for a golden one thing it is. So even before my microphone is dying, I cannot believe that I won't be able to hear for this anymore. But unfortunately, my headphones are going to be broken somehow in the future. It's not the future as well. I really don't think I won't be, rather that it's going to be muted this out, completely broken about my headphones, because I cannot able to hear anything about for this moment. Now it looks like I won't be able to came from for the second place. Now I would rather to get for losing and for the gap field. I think we're just gonna be officially lose 1 second. We eventually got a corner cut as well. So 5 minutes is almost over, and finally what it is, and I just literally started to lose out of control. Now apparently we just try to make things a little bit best, and probably we're just gonna be losing 1 second, 1 minute and 33 seconds beyond for this one. I probably took the pole position finally. I just literally took the pole position and finishing in first once again. And absolutely, by the way, if you enjoy and for today's video, leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And thank you for for watching and today's video. Looks like we never able to think we're gonna be doing for our next video in video number 5. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and this is gonna be Turbo Concept signing off, and I'm gonna be see you into another video.